Good morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you Friday, April 24th, a video on elapsed time. We're actually going to get into some problem solving today and some multi-step operations. So I'm going to do the first problem for you. So the problem says that Hadley spent 1 hour, 20 minutes completing her math homework, 45 minutes completing her social studies, and 30 minutes on her spelling work. How much time did Hadley spend on her homework? If she started at 4:30 p.m., what time would she finish? So in this question, we actually have two questions we have to answer. So the first question we're going to figure out is, how much time did Hadley spend on her homework? And the second one is, if she started at 4:30, what time would she finish? So I'm actually going to divide my board up into two spots today so I can solve both of these problems. Up here at the top, the first thing we want to do with conversions, you really can't compare apples to oranges. So I don't want to compare hours to minutes. I want to convert them to both actually the same thing. So we've already been talking a lot about this, but we know that an hour is 60 minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 1 hour and I'm going to turn it into 60 minutes. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to add those minutes together to get a total. So I'm going to organize my data over here on the side. So now I know the math was 1 hour and 20 minutes, which we already know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I'm going to add 60 plus 20. And I'm going to get a total of 80 minutes. I know for her social studies, she spent 45 minutes. And for her spelling, she spent 30 minutes. So for the first question, how much time did Hadley spend on her homework? I'm just going to take the sum of all three of those numbers and add them together. So 80, 45, and 30. And when I add those together, I should get a grand total of 155 minutes. Now, sometimes you're going to have to convert that back to hours and minutes, but for this time, your answer for problem number 1 would just be a total of 155 minutes. Now, for the second part of the problem, we have to figure out what time she finished. So this is a problem we've been working on for the last 2 or 3 days. I'm actually going to draw my number line. I know that I have a start time of 4:30. And I'm trying to figure out what time the end time would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 155 minutes and I'm going to figure out how many hours that actually is. Well, I know there's 60 minutes in an hour. So if I have 1 hour is 60 minutes, I know another hour is 60 minutes. That right there would be 120 minutes or 2 hours. So I know I can actually jump 2 times. So I'm going to do 1 bump, 2 bumps. So there's 1 hour, there's 1 hour. And if it's 4:30 and I go 2 hours, I'm going to end at 6:30. And now this is just a subtraction problem. If you think back to the first part of the problem, we had a total of 155 minutes. I just jumped 2 hours or 120 minutes. So I'm going to subtract them, and I need to go another 35 minutes. The problem is, if I'm at 6:30, I can only go 30 more minutes to get to the next hour. So I'm going to break this 35 up into 30 and 5. I'm going to put my minutes on top. There's 30 minutes. And then I'm going to do one more bump for my 5 minutes. And if it was 6:30 and I jumped 30 minutes, I would go to 7 o'clock. And then if I go another 5 minutes, my end time would be 7:05. So my answer for the second part of the problem would be 7:05 p.m. All right, guys, you're going to work through the rest of the problems on your own. When you are finished, go ahead and upload them to Google Classroom. If you have any questions at all, or if you're stuck on any of the problems, please send me a private message through Google Classroom, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Good luck, guys. Have a great rest of your day.